Good morning. It's around 5 a.m. I'm about to go in the gym. I just pulled up. If you don't know, I'm Carrie. I'm a busy mom of 2. I have my own fitness coaching business where I coach busy moms to help them lose weight, tone up, get stronger without having to go to extremes. Like, most of my women work out 2 to 3 times per week for 20-30 minutes. Also teach them how to plan around family dinners so they don't have to make separate dinners. And I also have been learning how to trade and have been working a cleaning business on the side. So you could call me an entrepreneur. But I wanted to do a quick update before I go in here. Last week was really rough trading, and last night I passed a second eval, so I have 2 funded accounts now. I made $347 on my 1 funded account, so I need 1 more trading day at least 100, and then I also need like $200 more to be able to even get a payout on the 1 account. And then on the second account, the new one, I have to build a buffer of 1100, and I'm at 400. So really good trading last night in Asia. If you don't know anything about trading, I trade futures and I trade the NASDAQ, the micro, and Asia session is like, it opens at 6 p.m. I try to trade after 8 though, most of the time. If I do, so it's a little bit slower than like the New York Open. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can ask questions and I can explain a little more. But yeah. Okay, I'm gonna eat this banana and I'm gonna go in here and do a heavy leg day. Also, I think I may put in the clip of me being really upset about my car. My brother is going to fix my alternator, and I bought the part and it was $130. If I would have went to a shop, it would have been probably at least $600. So I'm so grateful that my brother is a mechanic. Feels so freaking hard right now, and I want to record this because I want to be able to look back one day and think, like, I'm so glad I didn't give up on everything that I'm trying to do. I just replaced my battery and now my car's dead. I was on my way to a job. I've been like working my ass off, and now I got to figure out how to fix my car. I don't have the money for that. I got double charged for my water bills, but it's still stressing me out. And I have all my bills coming up this month, and money's just so bad, and it just feels like it's never going to get better. I'm working all these like hard laborious jobs, and my husband told me yesterday that I'm never present anymore, and it just feels so hard to be present when everything feels so overwhelming right now. I just want something to work out, and I know like part of that mindset is like making trading harder Oh!
I see.
All right, ready, go.
Wobbly, 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 quack, quack.
Now do a little video. What are you going to do?
Kindergarten.
Orientation?
Yeah, orientation.
Oh, you look good. Sissy did so good.
And the little bows in the back.
Yeah, I like them. Rolling with my homies. Callie.
The cow says moo, you know what to do. If the cow says moo, no. Oh, man, I knew the...
Okay, I just got done with the gym. That was, yeah, I felt so tired today and my body felt so achy, and it's, I swear it's just like stress related, and I gotta do a better job about not drinking so much caffeine, and also like getting my brain a little calmer before bed. I don't have any trouble falling asleep. It's just I feel like I'm so stressed and so focused on like financial stuff lately that I have been like tensing up in my sleep, if that makes sense. Like lots of shoulder pain, like tightness and hip tightness. So like at one point I started doing squats and I had to go like roll out my hips, which hurts so bad. As the workout goes on, I like always warm up from like, especially like squats or something heavy. You're trying to get your joints, your nervous system, your whole body ready for that movement. So you never want to, like, if you're doing heavy squats, I start usually with the bar, and then I'll throw like 225s on the side. Sometimes I skip to like 45s, and then I'll do like 185, and then I'll start my working set. So that's usually what I do, and you know, by the time that I've done my working set, I feel much better, but I just felt like super stiff all morning. And I've been cleaning also, so I did a deep clean on Friday, and you're like, I don't know how people like do that kind of work all the time. Like, it's really rough. You're like down on your knees scrubbing baseboards, just like your fingers are, I have like tools and stuff that get into stuff, but sometimes you like have to like use your fingertips to like get into things. So yeah, that's how it's going. I was so happy with my trades last night. That made me feel so good that I was able to, for one, I hit, like I won, but I noticed that I was like waiting for my specific setup. Like, I'm trying to just, because what happens when you first like start learning how to trade, I know I'm talking about so many different things. I just have so much going on right now that some of these videos I may start to make them you know, more about fitness or more about trading or more about like other things or finances, whatever you guys want to hear, just comment below. But for me, this is my life right now. So it's going to maybe be all over the place, and that's just what it is. Me doing social media, me like posting on here, I just want to be raw and real, and this is just where I'm at. It could be totally different in a month or two, you know? But anyways, going back to trading, I was just so proud of myself. I waited for a certain setup. I was in a good amount of drawdown on the first trade, and I shouldn't have been trading because I was somewhere that I needed to be present, but I seen my setup and I waited, and it paid off. So it is what it is. And then I did 2 trades. Did one on my funded, and then I copy traded it, so I passed my eval. And then what I did is I didn't want to trade again on my funded account because my goal with the funded is to just take base hits and keep that account. So anyways, I traded on my new funded account and was up 400. But anyways, I felt really good. I haven't really looked at the chart. I looked at the charts once just to see where they went, but I don't plan on trading this morning, because what happens if you win and then you trade again just to trade to try to make more money? You usually end up losing what you made. So learn that the hard way. Anyways, my lift went really good. I have been trying to track my food. I've done a really bad job lately after not having a coach to check into. It's like I have not been able to be accountable for myself. But what I did this morning is I just went ahead and entered my food for the day. I'm going to be super busy, so I'm just going to go back to what works well for me nutrition wise when I'm like trying to lose weight. It helps for me to eat like very similar meals every day, and also just like at the same time. So I usually like to have 5 meals. I'll have breakfast. I'll have like a banana before I work out early morning, just so I have some carbohydrates, especially on like leg days. But anyways, I'll have breakfast. I'll have lunch 1, and then lunch 2 is almost like a snack. It'll be like, but it's mostly a meal. Like I think snacking is pointless, and it makes you just overeat because you're not satisfied. So I try to think of, even if it's kind of a snack, I try to make it like pretty balanced so it's satisfying and I'm not like hungry 20 minutes later wanting to eat again. Then I'll have dinner with my family. Then I usually have a snack meal before bed. It's usually like some kind of yogurt bowl. That works really well for me. The problem is I've gotten really bad about snacking again. I started adding in snacks, having extra stuff here and there. And people don't realize that when you do that, it's just an excessive amount of calories that really don't fill you up, and you overeat and you don't even know it, because it's nothing that is like very nutrient dense and substantial. So yeah, I try to just eat by 5 meals and go about my business. So today what I'm going to do, I'm pulling on my street right now. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to make sure all my clients are good. So I'm going to look at their programming, just make sure they're good. I don't have any check-ins today. I do check-ins on Tuesdays and Fridays. So I'm just going to make sure everyone's programs are updated. I do have to change one of my clients' programs. We're gonna try, she's been working out 4 days a week. We're gonna try 3 days, and one of those days to be like kind of cardio based, because she is going in a fat loss phase again, and she's someone who's very sedentary for work. She tries to get up and walk and stuff, but it's hard to fit in because she has 3 kids. It's hard to fit in extra movement throughout the day. So we're gonna try to like have one day where she wakes up to do her workout and she does more like cardio based. So I'm gonna change her stuff. I think that's the only one that I really have to do today. Anyways, that's about it. I'll talk to you guys soon. It's gonna be a busy day, and my daughter has her last volleyball thing tonight. It was just a 6-week thing, so I have lots of stuff to do today. Okay, I think the last thing I recorded was of me getting home from the gym. I woke up my youngest and got her ready, dropped her off at her grandma's. My oldest is gonna go ice skating with her dad. He took off work today. And I am going to a hoarder's house, and I'm just helping. This is the first job that I worked that like was kind of a cleaning job, but it really wasn't. It was a hoarder's house. She works usually with elderly people to help them move and stuff, but this case was crazy. We actually got in the sunroom and were throwing things away, basically. Like, so we were working on getting it cleared out enough to be able to pack them up. There was piles and piles of stuff, and we get in the sunroom, there's rat turds everywhere. It was disgusting. I've never seen something like that. And so I worked that job for like, it was like a week, and the girl really couldn't pay me. She took on, well, she did pay me, but she couldn't keep me long to help her because, well, that's not why. Their air conditioning went out, and then she decided to postpone the job till closer to their move day because they weren't paying her until they sold their house, which is crazy. I think her bill is up to like $7,000 for all the work she's done for them, and they are tough clients because I've never seen a hoarder in person, but it is so sad. It's a sickness. It's almost as bad, or it's up there with like alcoholism. Like, I'm a recovering alcoholic, and the things that I did to my body because of my disease is sick, and they deal with the same obsession over things she can't let go of. It was so sad. I found a letter where she had wrote herself, like, talking about, okay, this is how I'm going to get rid of stuff. Like, you know, like, she was like trying to figure out how to let go of stuff. It was so incredibly sad. But also she is like super tough to work with. She was like watching over her shoulder, and I just wanted to throw things away. Okay, sorry, the girl texted me. I was trying to just throw everything away because I'm like, you have a sickness, you need us to throw this stuff away. But the girl was like, you got to be careful because you can lose their trust. I'm like, this is the way they were living was disgusting. It was sickening being that attached to stuff, and they have no relationship with their kids, nothing. It's really, really, really sad. So here we go. All right, today was pretty rough. I did go, I went to the gym this morning, then I would drop my daughter off. I went to this hoarder's house. I was there for about 3 hours, and I got so overwhelmed. It was disgusting. We worked on her room, and she was watching every little thing that we were throwing away. at one point I tried to do beside her bed, because I'm telling you, like, every room is covered, floor is covered. I don't even know how they got to their beds before. The whole bed is covered, and it's not just stuff, it's also like trash. And so I went to her side of the bed and I was just trying to clear that out. Like, that's all we're doing is clearing stuff out and starting to pack stuff. And so I went to her side of the bed and I picked up literal garbage. There was garbage. It was a plastic bag with like, it looked like Ritz crackers garbage inside of it, and I threw it away, and she said, what was that? I'm like, garbage. She's like, can I see it? And that was about my breaking point. I was like, yeah, I'm about done. So then I did 3 hours there, but I don't know if I'm gonna go back. Like, I was just trying to do the girl a favor. She is very nice, and she's overwhelmed with that job, but I don't know if I'll go back. It was that bad. That wasn't even the worst day. It's just having someone watching over you when you're trying to help them and do a job, and they're micromanaging what you're like when you're throwing trash away. That's too much. Anyways, here's the Airbnb. I'm done. The dryer is taking forever. There's the living room. It's pretty cute. They need to pay us extra and let us do a deep clean. Like I said, with this job, I'm helping a girl out too. But it could use a deep clean, and also the walls are so dirty, but that's not what they're paying me for. They're paying me for a standard clean, so I'm not gonna do all that. But yeah, the hardest part about these is just waiting on the stuff to dry.